The Oracle Network.
We're all in this together! We're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye. Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Dinner was full!
Ah, yeah. You checked our shitters, honey?
Clark.
Happy holidays and welcome to Brew Crime, the podcast where we drink brews and talk about crime, conspiracies, or whatever catches our attention. I am JT, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Mike.
The excitement
Woohoo!
is palpable because we have a third co-host, a co-host. That doesn't, a co-squared, never mind. It's too late and I've been drinking, so it doesn't matter. So we have a third person here with us, and she is...
Hi, everybody. I'm Syrai from the Freaky as Fuck podcast.
Woohoo!
And not only is she joining us, but she brought a story as well for Happy Holidays, and boy, are we excited to hear it.
Yeah, this one's hilarious. Oh my gosh. All right, so without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead get into this because I need y'all to hear this. Okay, so I'm gonna call this one the 2-for-1 deal, and you're gonna understand why I call it that later on.
Perfect.
Great.
All right. So this story is about the McCracken Brothers, and it takes place in Kansas in December of 2019. One Friday morning at around 1:30 a.m., Eric McCracken is driving around in his 2007 Chevy Trailblazer, and he's pulled over by the Jackson County Police for just a simple traffic violation.
Yeah, for being
That's how-
McCracken.
Yes,
I was
absolutely.
Isn't there a Simpsons scene where Bart calls Mose and he uses McCracken? Oh man, there's a name like Concrete McCracken or something like
I
that.
don't know. I just know huge ass. I don't know.
Bend over.
Bend over, yeah.
Hey, is there a bend over here? And back to your story, that's how it always starts. It's just a small infraction, right?
Right, just a little traffic violation. That's it. But I mean, that traffic violation actually led him to being brought to jail because they find out that he's driving with a suspended license.
Oh,
Okay.
you never say.
Right? So he's being a little bad boy. So
You've been a bad
when
boy.
he's booked, yeah, Bad Boy McCracken. That's his street name.
Oh, shit.
BBM.
That's something different in Canada. Well, it was.
Depends on what site you're on, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking BlackBerry Messenger back in the day.
Oh,
Back
then
when we
yes,
were
it is
young.
It is something very different in Canada.
Okay, there are two conversations going on. We're all talking about something very different.
Never happens.
Except
So,
for always.
All BBM aside, so when he's brought in, he's being booked in, the sheriff's department noticed that the Trailblazer isn't actually registered under his name.
Ooh.
So, they get a little suspicious, obviously. I mean, he's already driving with a suspended license, so they're like, let's do some little investigating, and they call the person that the vehicle is actually registered under, and they're like, yeah, did you know that Eric McCracken was arrested driving your vehicle? And they're like, who? Who's Eric McCracken? And my vehicle is gone?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so they didn't even know that their car was stolen.
Oh my god.
That makes it rough for sure, yeah. It's like, shoot.
They're like,
Someone's McCracking their window. I don't know.
If you gotta get robbed, make sure it's not by a McCracken.
Yeah,
make sure it's
no.
anybody. I guess, but it's a great bar story. I got robbed by a Kraken.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I love it. He's like the Irish Kraken. That's what he is. He's a Kraken with some whiskey.
Did he play for the Seattle team?
Too new. It's too new.
Too
It's
new. That's
soon.
true. It's true. It's too new. Shit.
It's probably just as good though.
I inked. No. No, that's squid, isn't it?
Man, ain't it just like a Canadian to make a hockey reference?
I don't even watch it anymore, but yep.
I only say it because you take it in good strides, my friend. But all of our Canadian listeners are like, what the fuck, that American? Let's go get him.
I'm going to fucking cut you with a skate.
I'm gonna cut you with a maple syrup cap.
Yeah, probably.
No.
So Eric stole the Trailblazer, and the owner had no idea, and he actually could have easily gotten away with it too, which is the messed up part, you know. So Eric is just, you know, he's done. He's taken to jail. That's it. All right. And around 5 a.m. that same morning, so literally just a few hours later, the Jackson County Sheriff's Department is alerted of a stolen vehicle that was currently being tracked at that moment. And the vehicle was described being a 2015 Chevy Silverado. A nearby off-duty officer starts following the vehicle into another county, and at this point, this is when another officer steps in to intervene and tries to stop the vehicle. But the vehicle's not having it. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna take my chances and let's just lead these police on a super messy chase. And I mean, they're driving all over people's lawns at this point. Like,
Wow.
they're leading them down all these roads in between buildings. It's nuts. It's chaos.
This guy was a fan of Grand Theft Auto, apparently. When you said messy, I was like, well, I've never met a clean chase, but good grief, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get one of the old school GTAs. Remember Garanga? It was like 1 or 2.
Oh my gosh. That's a throwback for sure.
I'm old.
But no,
That's
yeah,
it.
he was definitely taking, you know, he was taking inspiration from GTA. I mean, because he was going at it with these police. And so he takes his chances. He leads them on this super intense chase, and eventually the truck is brought to a stop. But he's not going down that easy, because then he decides to take off on foot.
Wow. Of course
The
he
wheels
does.
didn't work. Here come the legs.
Right? So he's like, let me just take my chances. And the thing is, so police, they set up this whole perimeter. They bring in a canine and everything, but they eventually, they lose sight of him, and they lose him for a little bit.
Of course.
That is until that they find him shopping at a nearby corner store.
Listen, he worked up a thirst. He had a thirst. And I hope that it was beer.
I mean, that's the only thing. Like, I literally do not know what else was so important that he needed to stop in the middle of his police chase to just stop into the corner store.
I feel like you're just giving a biography of if Mike and my lives turned in very different directions.
I mean, this could have been, you know, what y'all could have been looking at.
True.
It's true. Looking at a lot of times.
Exactly. So yeah, he takes off on foot, and eventually, you know, they find him at the corner store, and you know, that's it for him. He's brought in, but that isn't even the end of it though, because turns out this person that just led them on this super intense chase all around town was none other than the other McCracken brother, Kevin.
It's GTMC or GTMK. Grand Theft McCracken.
I will say this. The brother was much more successful.
Yeah, for sure.
So he has bragging rights.
For sure. Yeah, he took the you know, let's not get caught route.
Yeah. He can tell all his sellies.
The McCracken Brothers is literally like a name an author would think up for a made-up true crime story. The McCrackens.
You could definitely tell which one was the smarter one too. That's the sad part.
Yeah. I'm just sad there's no crack in this story. No.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Yeah.
So So the crazy thing is, the other McCracken brother, he stole the vehicle that he was driving, of course, because that's the McCracken way, I guess. He stole this vehicle to bust out his brother out of jail, who was actually in jail for stealing a vehicle. So, I mean, it all comes around full circle, guys.
Yeah, it sure does.
I really hope their dad owned like a used tire store when their like commercials were like, "That's the McCracken way." It's just like, and the thought of like, what he doesn't. This is not Western time. You can't just tie a rope to a bar in a car and just pull it. Like, this is not how this works anymore.
He's like, "Don't worry, brother. I'm coming in this Chevy Silverado and I'm busting you out."
Yeah.
Break it down, this motherfucker.
We're going out in the blaze of glory.
Yep.
That's the only way we're gonna have this end.
You gotta think too. He probably like steals that vehicle and then puts in the General Lee horn first, and then goes to get his brother.
He's like, "No, this is gonna be so sick. He's gonna love this."
This is gonna be so no C SIK so sick.
So, I mean, as much as I would have loved, for the story to end that way, that's not how it ends, because ultimately they're both jailed.
Of
That's
course,
it.
yeah.
That is the end of the McCracken brothers.
Where's the McCracken dad to like steal another car to try to break them both out?
He probably went and like changed his name and was like, "I hope these kids never find me ever again. Like, I'm done."
He stole some pride and decided to move away.
Right? They're like, "Never again will I own any McCracken children."
Oh, jeez. He's gone from McCracken to cracked.
Oh my god.
That sounds like an awesome reality show TV title.
Listen, I'd watch that over Keeping Up with the Kardashians for sure.
Yeah.
McCracken.
I wouldn't
McCracken to cracked.
I don't think I'd watch any of them, but that's just me.
I haven't either, and it's not just like people would be like, "Oh, well, it's your dude," and I'm like, "No, I don't find them entertaining." Personally, that's just me.
It's just
The age-old question: what are they famous for?
Yeah.
Drama.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Famous
Because
for being rich.
they came on the scene when TLC stopped being about learning and History Channel stopped being about history. So like they were right in that niche.
Yeah.
We've lost track of the storyline here.
We went from McCracken to Kardashians.
I wonder if they could get married.
Listen, that's a
Kardashian.
that's a real rags to riches story right there from McCracken to Kardashian. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I'd have to watch that for sure.
I'd watch that crossover show.
Definitely.
It's all about stealing the car to get to the next party.
All the stolen Chevys.
They might have to step up their game.
No Fords allowed.
Only imports.
You beat me to it, my friend.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. This was awesome. Thank you so much, Syrai, for bringing us that fantastic story. Check her out on Freaky as Fuck podcast.
Where can everyone find you on the interwebs?
So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram and wherever it is that you listen to your podcast. The show is called Freaky AF, and our Twitter handle is Freaky AF Pod. That's FREAKYAFPOD.
Perfect.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.